friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany, and in today's video we are continuing on with our 52 weeks of home organization, and we are working our way through my home. Now, I started off the year by following along with the Passionate Penny Pincher Planner's weekly organization schedule. However, I did kind of put some things together. For example, there was 1 week for refrigerator, 1 week for freezer. There was, 1 week for like cookbooks, things like that. So a bunch of things that kind of just compiled together. And so I'm just going to be filling in some others. And this is week 4, and this week we are going to be working under my sink. It's messy. It's not terrible, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely needing to be cleaned up, not just like organized, but like cleaned. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. I did pick up some new things from Amazon that I'm gonna share with you really quickly just to help get it organized. I feel like once you find a system that works for you, it really does just take some regular upkeep. But other than that, like once you have a good system, it really works well. Like my pantry, I feel like when I redid this year, I really kept like this basic skeleton of what I had. So same thing with my refrigerator. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, is working on under my sink. Let me show you really quickly what I bought, and we're gonna get straight into organizing. Here is a look at the small little haul that I did. Got some things that were really needed. One was this under the sink mat. It's a silicone mat. It's waterproof, and it goes underneath your sink like this to just keep the bottom clean. Mine is desperate for this. I definitely need to do some cleaning. Sometimes you get water drippage from your pipes that you just need to kind of tighten up. So need to clean that up. It does show you some other things you can use it for: a craft mat, a work mat, a pet feeding mat, which is all great, but this is what we're going to be using it for today. The other thing I picked up that I felt was kind of a necessity are these stackable organizer bins. It comes with 4 of them. I think we're only going to be using 2 for under the sink. The other 2 will get used in my like cleaning / medicine closet. We're going to do that one in February. I don't know exactly which week yet, but it's coming up. So this I just feel would be easy to kind of put things inside. You can easily grab them and they'll keep things contained. One of the things I really need to keep contained under my sink are plastic bags. I use the plastic grocery bags for like our trash cans, emptying the litter box, that sort of thing. So having them in here where they're easy to grab, but they're all, contained, was the plan. I also picked up some Scrub Daddies. Scrub Daddies are hard to find, I feel like, especially if you want ones that are a little bit more neutral. So I got these on Amazon. I don't use these on everything, especially not my all-clad pots and pans, but they are great for other types of pots and pans. They're great for cleaning the inside of my sink, that kind of thing. And I also picked up these mini scrub brushes from TJ Maxx, $4.99, super affordable. And I love to use these in my all-clad when I wash those. I also picked these up at TJ Maxx, and maybe I didn't. No, yes, I did. TJ Maxx, $4.99 for 6 sponges. I think that's great. Dual-sided, and they're not, neither side is super, super tough. So they've got, that nice spongy spots. This part is definitely more on the softer side. So if you have nice stainless steel pots and pans, do not clean them with stuff that's super, super hard, like Brillo pads. Clean them with things that are soft. So those are nice and soft. I also picked up disinfecting wipes. These are the Amazon version of a Clorox wipe. And this is fresh scent, lemon scent. I like to use these on pretty much anything. And then I picked up this totally unnecessary but super cute decorative disinfecting wipe dispenser. So it looks like this. You put it inside and then it looks cute. Totally unnecessary, but I was influenced by someone and thought that it would be pretty down there. Sometimes you gotta make stuff pretty so you enjoy it a little more. The other thing I picked up were labels. So I picked up, these are like bathroom slash like medicine. So here is a list, a complete list of everything that are on these. These are bathroom and beauty script labels. And then it tells you down here like all these other types that they have. My primary thing was I was looking for the white. I think it's just less intrusive like on your eye. These are more home and laundry ones, but I'll show them to you on the inside. They're different. I'll show you those in a little bit. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use or how I'm going to use them, but I didn't just get them for under the sink. They're also for in that cleaning closet, as I mentioned. So this is what we're going to be using today. Let me show you what it looks like down there already. There's definitely some organization happening, and we'll use some of that as well. Okay, so here's my current under the sink situation. Definitely, you know, messy. As I said, I've got all these floating bags back there. I did pick up this organizer on Temu last year. I haven't loved it. I don't totally hate it though, so we might just have to see if we can repurpose it. And we need to clean the bottom down there. But, you know, it's not awful. It's just disheveled and needs a little bit of TLC. So that's what we're going to give it today. We're going to give it some love. We're going to reorganize and make the most of the space. So let's see if we can make this look just a little bit better. The first thing we're going to do to get started today is remove everything from under the sink. So as you can see here, it's not a super huge space, but it is decent. I like that it's for the most part pretty open. We have a large porcelain farmhouse sink, so we've got some extra wood in here to help keep everything up, but we're just going to go ahead and get everything out of here, and then we'll get it reorganized and cleaned up. As you can see by this shot here, it definitely needed to be cleaned, both vacuumed and wiped down. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to grab my vacuum here with the attachment on, and we're just going to give it a quick vacuum, and then we're going to wipe it all down with some all-purpose spray. My kitchen cabinets are from cabinets.com. We've talked about this before, and they're in the color alabaster, except for the front of this cabinet, which is still the color pigeon that I had originally painted the entire island and then decided that I want it all back to white. So I think that I love the look of a painted island. I do. I love it on everybody else's kitchens except for my own. I don't know what it is. I feel like it kind of breaks up my space, and it just kind of makes everything feel a little bit discombobulated, a little bit smaller. So I tried it, but decided it wasn't for me and painted it back, except for the front of my island. I really do need to do that. It's just about making the time to do it, taking off all the hardware and everything. But one of these days, I'm just going to bite the bullet and make it happen, but that's not going to be today. Instead, we're just going to use some all-purpose spray and get the inside of this cleaned up so it's looking fresh and ready for the new year. All right, guys, I'm feeling super bummed out because I just realized I'm not going to be able to use that mat because where my where the plumbing is down here, because my sink, the drain is directly in the middle. So the way that the plumbing is down here, I don't know why it was done this way. I don't know. I guess that's how it had to be done, but bummer. So I'm gonna talk to Danny. He's working really hard right now on some school stuff. So, but when he's done later, I'm gonna see if maybe there's a way we can like cut a hole in it so that we can use it still, but we're gonna move forward without it. Worst case scenario, we'll just return it, but bummer. I was really looking forward to using that mat. We're going to go ahead and get started by opening up some of our organizing containers here. What I failed to realize when I was just filming that last clip is that my island is a floating island. It just is in the middle. That's the whole purpose, right? That's why it's an island and not a peninsula. It doesn't have anywhere else to go. So when they put in the pipes for my sink, of course they had to go straight down. Where else would it have gone? So I kind of feel silly that I didn't realize that when I ordered that mat. I should have known that. I think I was just so excited about the mat. But I ended up not using it under here. It is in my bathroom now. I ended up putting it under our cat litter box, and that worked out really well. It just kind of collects anything. So we're going to use these containers, which again, I did not really think through when I bought because they're a lot shallower than I thought they were going to be. I did not read the dimensions. I'm terrible at that. Do you guys read that stuff? I'm so bad, like so bad. I opened up a package tonight and it was way bigger than I anticipated. And my husband just laughed. I seriously need to get better at this. So I thought these were going to be about double the size when it came to how deep they were, but they ended up working out just fine. I'm using the bottom one for empty grocery bags that we use for trash cans and such. And then the top here for products that I use to wash dishes or that I use in my dishwasher or to clean my sink. That barkeeper's friend is a lifesaver when it comes to cleaning my sink. I'm also going to put my stock back here, my overstock of my dishwasher soap, and then the one I'm currently using here in the front. I do not like to use pods in my dishwasher. I just feel like they don't really, always break down all the way. So I like to use liquid in my dishwasher. This little 2-tiered black organizer is from Temu. I've shown this on my channel before, and I decided to keep it over here. I felt like it would be good to hold all of our sponges. So I'm starting off by putting in those sponges that I picked up at TJ Maxx, and they're definitely worth every penny. They're definitely not super great. I've been using it now for over a week. It's not fantastic, but that's okay. And then I'm also going to put 2 of the unopened Scrub Daddies there, and then I did open one so it was ready to go. I try not to use those on my stainless steel though, and if I do, I just don't push really hard. I also have those 2 bristle brushes there that I picked up at TJ Maxx as well. And then here on the top, I'm going to go ahead and start off with my fire blanket. This is a great tool for your kitchen. If you don't have one, get one. You also need these fire blanket safety gloves. So if it gets hot or it's, on fire, you are not burning off your hands. I also have this kind of metal scrubber here, if you will, also from Temu. And this one here came with my spice jars, and it's what you can use to clean the inside of your spice jars. I use it for the inside of water bottles. And then this tool here, couldn't even tell you where it came from, but it's great for scrubbing things in your kitchen. And then of course, just a stopper. I don't know why I put this down here. I used to have one that had an adorable little bee, but it broke. I need to get a new one. I got to head out to Hobby Lobby. So now we're just going to kind of add in some extra items. I've got these extra soaps. These are actually from Costco. My friend Anne got these for me before I moved away from Las Vegas because she's very thoughtful and she knew I loved the scent. And then that little silicone piece right there is for holding the wet sponge. I don't like to keep the sponge out in the sink, and so I bought that, and it just kind of lives here underneath the cabinet, and it's where I put the sponge. We're going to go ahead and label things now. This is totally unnecessary and way extra, but I was going all the way today. So we're going to label a few things with some labels I got on Amazon just to go over the top, you know, full influencer style today, my friends. We're going to work on filling this decorative Clorox wipe container. This is so extra, totally unnecessary, but I'm actually really thrilled that I got it. I like it. I think it's cool. It looks nice under my sink, and I don't know, it's just something a little extra for some reason. I felt the need to get it. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and take off the packaging here. And then it did have a sticker on the top that I scraped off, couldn't get off. Then I had to take it into the bathroom and use the hairdryer to get it off. It was a whole ordeal. And I finally got it all done. It took me about 10 minutes, but then I couldn't really figure out how to make this whole thing work. I had to keep reading the directions to figure out how I was supposed to get it all in here and make it work. But at the bottom, there's like a little holder down there. I thought it came out, but it doesn't. That's what you kind of stick your container down into. You take the lid off of your container, stick the whole thing in there, and kind of get it situated in the piece underneath. My bottle didn't fit perfectly, but it fit good enough. I was trying to figure out if I was doing it incorrectly, which there's still a good chance it's operator error, but it works just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and screw the top on, and once I figure out how to do so, and then we're going to pull the Clorox wipes out from the top so that way they're easy to grab. I was trying to do it through the top and realized it'd probably be a lot easier if I took the lid off and did it this way. So that's what I'm doing now. I like to use Clorox wipes for like my kids' shoes and backpacks and just stuff that I want to get like uber clean. I don't use them all the time. I'll use them in the bathroom, but they're nice to have, especially after you've had like a sickness in your house, and now they're in this nifty decorative little case. So I feel super awesome and professional. I did kind of rearrange things underneath the sink because I wasn't sure where this was going to fit. And so I moved things around, rearranged the sponge section here, and got it all figured out. And now it's all tidy and super aesthetically pleasing when I open it up to do the dishes. And I've only yelled at the kids a handful of times for messing it up, just a handful. And here's the look at our final masterpiece. I'm so happy to have this done. I know this was totally unnecessary and it worked just fine before, but it is more pleasurable to the eye, and I'm glad that I got it done. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. Hopefully you found it motivating or relaxing, one or the other. That's always my goal. And hopefully you'll subscribe and come back for more of our 52 weeks of organization. Next week, we're going to be tackling my front closet. That's where we keep shoes and backpacks and jackets and all sorts of other things, you guys. It's what I have duped my Monica closet. And if you know that reference, then you know what I mean. So make sure you're subscribed, come back for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, my friends.